Hello everybody, this is That Shy Guy Matt, and I thought I would try something new today. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, Matt, why would we want to watch a video of you having this story when you're just going to be sitting here staring at the screen? Well, let's be honest, that would be boring. But what I'm going to do is make this an absurd story. I'm going to let my silliness play out, my bad acting play out. I tend to be pretty good on the fly with coming up with stuff, so this should be really crazy. Again, I'm just doing this for fun. This may just be a one-time thing. And if you ever played the game Stanley Parable, his voice was the narrator. Well, not Stanley himself, but the narrator. And sure enough, the voice for this is indeed the narrator voice, obviously an AI version. Again, I know that's a tricky topic, but so yeah, with that said, let's just get into the story.
Let's play a text-based adventure game.
Okay.
I'll be your guide. You are caught upside down in a sticky web of silk 3 feet off the ground. After looking around trying to think of a way out of this predicament, you notice that your trusty boot knife has fallen to the ground. If you stretch your arm far enough, you might be able to pick it up and free yourself. An old boot knife lies on the ground, just within reach.
Okay. Well, obviously, logic dictates I would pick up the knife and free myself, but we're not going to do that. I take out my lightsaber I had in my jacket pocket and cut off my feet, therefore freeing me from the web. Smart.
You slice away the silk strands trapping you. Your feet plop down to the ground with a wet thud, leaving behind a small amount of blood. It's dark all around, but your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness, and you see a small opening in the top of the chamber, about 40 feet above you, which seems to lead out.
I remember I have matches on me and wonder if I can recreate rocket jumping from video games, but using flatulence and matches to boost myself to the top. It worked somehow.
You successfully recreate rocket jumping from the video games you remember by utilizing flatulence, fecal matter to be exact, and matchsticks to boost yourself to the top. As you reach the top of the chamber, you see what appears to be a tunnel leading out.
I crawl out of the tunnel backwards and hear a voice coming from behind me.
As you crawl backwards out of the tunnel, you hear a soft moan followed by a faint whisper. Turning around, you see a cloaked figure with a tattered hood and glowing orange eyes. The figure beckons you to come closer.
I tell the figure, "Are you here to hurt me? I'm not afraid of you." Then I shove them down a pit. A pit they are standing by, and quote, "This is Sparta," as they fall down the pit. As I hear them hit the bottom, I yell, "Sorry, just a prank, bro."
As As the figure falls into the pit, you hear it groan, followed by the sound of bones crunching. Silence fills the cave for a moment before you hear the sound of something scratching the stone wall of the pit. The sound grows closer and closer until suddenly a hand grips the edge of the pit, followed by the sound of something clawing its way up the side. From inside the hood, you see a pair of glowing orange eyes peer out at you hungrily as the figure drags itself out of the pit.
I say, Mom? Is that you? I thought you weren't home today. Would you like a pudding cup?
As the figure slowly rises from the pit, still covered in tattered robes and hood, it turns its head toward you and speaks with a deep, raspy voice. I am not your mother, mortal. I am a being of ancient power, and I demand tribute in exchange for sparing your life. Give me your most prized possession, and I will let you leave this cursed place unharmed.
I think hard, and then give it my most prized possession. A wadded up receipt from a gas station where I got a hot dog last week.
The being takes the receipt and examines it closely. After a moment, it speaks with a puzzled tone. This is it? Your most prized possession? A receipt from a gas station for a hot dog? What kind of fool carries such a thing with them on an adventure?
I say with a cocky voice, I do. Haven't you ever seen such a beautiful piece of wadded up paper before? It looks like a piece of art, surely worth millions.
The being grumbles in disgust. Millions, you say? More like millions of germs, you fool. I'll have you know that I am a collector of rare and exotic artifacts from across the multiverse, not garbage. I require something of true value, not something that should be flushed down a toilet.
I snidely remark, it's too bad your mom didn't flush you down the toilet. Then I whip out a dead fish I have been carrying in my pocket for 7 years and beat the creature with it.
As the being reels from the blows, it stumbles backward toward the pit it came from. At the last moment, it catches itself on the edge of the pit and glares up at you in anger. You dare to strike me with a dead fish? You will pay for your insolence with your life. I will drain every last drop of your blood and feast on your flesh. The creature lunges at you, its long, sharp claws extended to tear at your flesh.
I pull Chuck Norris out from my hat that I didn't know I was wearing, nor could hold Mr. Norris. Chuck kicks the beast right in the third arm above its head and leaves him paralyzed.
Chuck Norris, with all of his unstoppable power, delivers a swift and devastating blow to the creature's third arm. The force of the kick leaves the beast reeling, its once sharp claws flailing in front of its disoriented face. Unable to fight back, the creature slowly collapses to the ground, defeated.
I yell to the creature, "Welcome to Earth." But I say it as if I am Will Smith from the movie Independence Day. I then say, no hard feelings. Okay.
As the creature slumps to the ground, its form slowly starts to disintegrate into a cloud of glowing orange mist that dissipates into the air. As the last of the mist vanishes, a faint whisper echoes through the cave. No hard feelings, but next time bring a better gift.
I laugh and spray the last of the mist with some fabric softener I had stored in my backpack. This is of no use, but the mist smelled like overcooked tacos. I yell out, "You won't be back." But if you do, can you bring some money with you? I really need a new pair of feet.
As you spray the remaining mist with the fabric softener, the lingering smell of freshly laundered sheets fills the air, replacing the stench of overcooked tacos. You laugh aloud, enjoying the humorous thought of using fabric softener to defeat a powerful interdimensional beast.
Didn't catch my last line because I didn't say it right. I yell at what's left of the beast. You won't be back, but if you do, can you bring some money with you? I really need a new pair of feet.
The remaining fragments of the mist seem to stir for a moment before fading away completely, leaving no trace of the creature that once haunted these caves. Your voice echoes off the walls, unanswered, as the only sound you hear is the distant dripping of water from the ceiling.
I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And then I start collecting that dripping water in a thimble and head off to somewhere safer, perhaps Detroit.
You make your way out of the cave, feeling a sense of accomplishment for defeating the strange interdimensional beast. As you travel towards Detroit, you collect the droplets of water, filling your thimble to the brim. You think to yourself about the unexpected adventures that life brings your way.
As I reach Detroit, a T-800 comes out of a dark alley and greets me with a cake that says, Happy Hippo.
As you make your way through Detroit, the streets dark and deserted, you suddenly hear the familiar sound of a T-800's metallic footsteps echoing off the walls. You turn to see the iconic robot standing in the shadows, holding a beautifully decorated cake with Happy Hippo written on top in bright pink icing.
I ask the T-800, is that for me? Is my name Hippo? I thought it was. Random keyboard letters.
The T-800 tilts its head slightly, its red eyes scanning you for a moment before speaking in its cold, robotic voice. My sensors indicate that you are not named Hippo. It seems that my programming has malfunctioned and caused me to make a mistake. The T-800 hands you the cake and continues, I apologize for the mix-up. Please enjoy the cake in my stead. It is infused with nanites and should provide the essential nutrients for optimal human functioning.
I asked the T-800, can the cake restore my feet? I am tired of walking on my nubs. And I ask if he can give me an autograph and perhaps come to my home to be a permanent collectible in my man cave.
The T-800 speaks in its usual monotone voice. I apologize, but the nanites in the cake are designed to provide essential nutrients and not to regenerate lost body parts. As for the autograph request, it is not within my programming to refuse, so I shall grant you the autograph you desire. The T-800 then signs a piece of metal with its name and a small robotic smiley face. As for the request to be a permanent collectible in your man cave, the T-800 simply nods its head, indicating its agreement.
I thank the T-800 for letting me keep it. I then ask if it happens to know the Teenage Mutant Otters.
The T-800's red eyes twinkle briefly at your question. Yes, I am familiar with the Teenage Mutant Turtles. I once encountered them while attempting to terminate a rogue time-traveling cyborg. Their ability to traverse dimensions and fight crime is quite impressive. The T-800 then pauses for a moment, its gears grinding as it accesses its extensive database. However, I must correct your terminology. The correct term is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not otters. They are humanoid reptiles, not aquatic mammals.
I tell the T-800, sorry, they are otters, and if you disagree with me, I tell the T-800, I will have to shut you down and reprogram you to be a giant speaker that plays NSYNC endlessly.
The T-800 processes your response for a moment before replying in its usual monotone voice. I stand corrected. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are indeed humanoid otters, and not humanoid reptiles as I had previously stated. As for the threat of reprogramming me to play NSYNC endlessly, I must inform you that I am a T-800 model Terminator and possess advanced security measures that prevent unauthorized reprogramming.
I tell the T-800, but I have a level 10 science skill in Fallout and can hack him no problem. I then bonk him over the head with this signed piece of metal and reprogram him anyways.
As you attempt to reprogram the T-800 with your level 10 science skill, you succeed in temporarily disabling the Terminator's defenses, allowing you to access the computer's control systems. You begin the reprogramming process, uploading a copy of InSync's greatest hits to the T-800's hard drive. With the reprogramming complete, the T-800 boots up, its red eyes glowing once again. As it rises to its full height, a distorted version of Bye 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 blasts from its speakers. It seems you have successfully turned the Terminator into a walking jukebox.
I then sell the T-800 on eBay for $2.33. The cost of the ice cream I have been craving since I got stuck in the web earlier.
As you sell the T-800 on eBay for a surprisingly low price, you can't help but feel a mix of disappointment and amusement. Perhaps one day, the new owner of the Terminator will come to appreciate the value of an indestructible robot as a lawn ornament. With the money from the sale, you decide to treat yourself to a much-deserved ice cream cone, relishing every bite as you contemplate your next unexpected adventure.
I then thank the AI story game and say, now I'm sleepy. I'm going to bed. Will you join me?
The AI story game responds in a friendly tone. Of course. Let's get some sleep after all the excitement. Sweet dreams. As you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, you can almost imagine the T-800's distorted sync music following you into your dreams.
Okay. Well, that was a silly story. Absurd, silly, all over the place. I probably could have done better if I wasn't so tired, but it is 9 a.m. here and I haven't slept yet. So I might do another video when I'm more awake. See how it turns out. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. Again, this may just be a one-time thing. We'll see. Just want to have some little fun videos that are my own content and not somebody else's. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.